40 most passive-aggressive acts, according to Reddit. Number 40. My girlfriend had a roommate that would hang out with us when we were at the house hanging out. She would watch movies with us sometimes, and whenever something funny happened, she would laugh and immediately repeat the line she laughed at. This was annoying, but I'm in Michigan, so you aren't allowed to directly ask someone to stop doing something that's bothering you. They get mad, so I made it a drinking game and took a drink every time she did it. I got drunk pretty quick and ended up breaking her DVD player. I would just repeat it after every time she said it, you know? We'll see how fast that fucking gets old. Oh my god. Oh my god. As we travel up to number 39, my neighbors upstairs are in a seemingly unstable relationship. They fight every morning and fuck at night. The girlfriend has a voice of a squealing meerkat mixed with Franz Leibowitz's voice. There is nothing that masks her howling except for the music of the ignorant rap kind. I hear things like, "You don't care about me, shut up, shut up, shut up." As a result, I blast my music bright and early in the morning to shut that bitch up. I never hear the guy though, but I hear him storming down the stairs at 8 a.m. every day. They are practically my alarm clock. I usually just move in the kitchen when they do their thing at night, but if the girlfriend has parties, my broomstick meets the ceiling every 2 minutes. Safe to say, I hate that bitch. And that I'm acting petty instead of sticking a note that says shut the fuck up on their door. Well, that would be passive aggressive as well. Guys, I was looking for passive aggressive, I want to say imagery for this list's thumbnail. And it seems that pretty much the only thing that I came across were sticky notes. So I guess sticky notes are the embodiment of passive aggressive behavior. So it's funny that this ended in them saying, I should just stick a note on their door. Yeah, nah. You passive aggressive bitch. Number 38. I'm 6'4", and this one time I went to a Lady Gaga concert to see what it's all about. Gaga, ooh la la. Is that what happens? You go to concerts to see what it's all about? I'm gonna go to a gay bar to see what this gay shit is all about. My friends are huge fans, so we get down and get the good standing room seats. At the concert, this little 10-year-old bitch behind me starts screaming that I need to leave and go to the back. I politely said that I just paid as much as her parents did and that I would gladly move to the side, but that I won't be going to the back because I don't see that well. She started being super passive aggressive and poked me in the back throughout the entire concert, even though I wasn't in her way because I had moved to the side. But then her favorite song came on and she stopped being bitchy for a second and squealed with joy as the first beats started, at which point I decided to kill her with kindness and put her on my shoulders. I kept her on my shoulders throughout the rest of the night so she could have the time of her life. Stupid bitch. What the fuck? It was an okay show though.
Sure showed her.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? What madness all of this is. I decided to kill her with kindness. What a crazy entry, man. Wow. Somebody said, why the hell would anyone get their kids standing tickets? Kids are small and subject to accidental damage. Buy seating tickets. That way they can see and not be crushed. Oh, man. You know what kind of parents get kids standing tickets? The kind of parents that are going to buy their dumbass kids tickets to get them out of their hair and don't really care what the hell comes after that. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, boy. I want to go see Lady Gaga, Mom. Okay, you fucking kid, Lady Gaga. Where did I go wrong? They say to themselves. Number 37. My old roommate's friend used to always come over and drink my cans of Pepsi. I'm on a pretty tight budget, but like to treat myself with said cans, so you can imagine how upset this made me. One day I hid all the cans but one, which I coated with nail biter. Oh my God. The second he realized something was wrong, he poured himself a glass of water using the only glass on the drying rack. The glass coated in nail biter. This is the stupidest list I've ever fucking read. How about that? This is adorable. This is an adorable list. Here we go, number 36. I was at a Costco once, and they had massage chairs at the end of the aisle, right by the crutches and folding wheelchairs. Two older women were complaining about me using it, making remarks about how I was abusing the equipment or some shit, so I struggled to get off the chair, gave a look of pain, and wheeled off in one of the wheelchairs. I kept one of my hands shaking and went right past them. Their faces were one of the best things ever. Too long didn't read. I used muscular dystrophy to fuck with someone. Oh my God. What a list. Hello, legendary fat man and Lexeus. Why are we saying poor Faith? Faith says I'm making a dress, and I forgot to cut some of the fabric out, mirrored, so one bit will be the wrong color. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll look great. As long as there's enough room for your boobs, like you were saying there wasn't in something else that you got recently. So, number 35. I was sitting in class one day and this girl behind me was being really annoying, smacking her gums, talking, texting, which would have been okay, except our desks were touching, so every few seconds my desk would buzz. So I started typing things in a really large font, things like, "This girl behind me is really loud," and snippets of her conversation. She noticed and stopped. I actually got the idea from Reddit, so thanks everyone. You guys, that is some really passive-aggressive shit, you bitch. Man, just say something to somebody, you know? Say something. I'm giving up on you. In here. As we roll up to number 34. On the Long Island Railroad a few months ago. Okay. I was scrolling down, guys, to see if they wrote LIRR again. Cause let's just continue, man. On the Long Island Railroad a few months ago, I wind up sitting next to two idiots who were talking loudly on their cell phones. A few people did the shh sound to no effect. I generally don't mind, so long as the conversation is kept brief. But no, one douchebag stayed on from leaving the tunnel out of Penn Station all the way through to Jamaica. The other actually made another call to someone after finishing her first conversation. I had had enough, and from the looks of the other riders, they were fuming as well. So I pulled my own cell and pretended to have a conversation of my own, only I spoke so loudly that they couldn't continue their own conversations. Better still, my conversation basically consisted of me saying, "Hey John, say, don't you hate when people don't show respect to their fellow commuters on the train? Isn't it the worst when you have to deal with people who make your commute suck because they're inconsiderate and selfish and refuse to behave with common courtesy?" Stuff like that. It was even better because they were sitting facing me. Most seats face the same way, but the Long Island Railroad also has some seats that face one another. So I was able to look them right in the face while talking to my friend. Sure enough, it forced them off their calls. I got called a few names as well, but the other commuters were laughing their asses off. Either way, it worked, and that's that. I like the way that it's kind of aggressive in its passive aggressiveness, though. Somebody said, "You're doing God's work, young man." 5 years ago. You think this man's alive now, ladies and gentlemen? We have no way of knowing. Legendary Fat Man says, "I just unplug the phone charger whenever my sister steals my charger." What y'all even talking about? What is y'all even As we roll up this list, we arrive at number 33. I blow kisses to angry drivers. I am a guy. Ooh. You know, he probably think you one of them Fruit Loops. One of those ginger melingers. Hey, gay guys in the stream chat, what's like the funniest, like, you a gay term that you know or have heard? That's what I want to know. I want to know the gayest gay slurs. List of LGBT slang terms: bean flicker, carpet muncher, Gillette blade, kitty puncher, muff diver, the game of flats, Todger dodger, anal assassin, arse bandit, backdoor bandit, backgammon player, Bati boy. That's Jamaican. Yes, that's great. Bone smuggler, the brown piper, the bum bandit, the bum driller, the bumhole engineer. Chichiman, that's Jamaican as well. Yes. Chichiman, yes. Okay. The chutney ferret. I found it. Chutney ferret. You chutney ferrets. Baby. Ain't none of these gonna chop that. Chutney ferret. We have found it. As we continue up this list. Where are you? Okay, number 32. I go into posts about being passive-aggressive and mock them passive-aggressively. This guy. Number 31. I used to be a resident advisor in college. Ooh. Okay. One of the dorm activities was on personal hygiene with free stuff available like deodorant, shampoos, razors, etc. One of my residents couldn't be bothered to speak with his roommate about his disgusting habits, but he sure took about a dozen of those flyers and put them all over his roommate's side of the room. I wonder if it changed anything, you know? I wonder if it changed anything. Tyler Lacoste says, my brother for some reason calls me the home of sexual. You know what I'd want? I want like a big medallion that I would like whip out in crazy scenarios and then like rub it and call it the tome of sexual. The tome of sexual. Tomosexual. Anna covered her face. I don't think she's impressed with me. Your rear bee. Legendary Fat Man says, my friend's granddad calls them brown hatter. Oh boy. Alex Tuzander seems to have to go. Vanessa Couture says, I was thinking that, Faith. What did Faith say? Faith says, hi, Michael. You should have been you. What did Michael say? Michael Davis says, I like Twink Kyle. I guess. What Faith says? Wait, what the fuck? I don't understand. That should have been you. What should have been you? Listen, man, you guys are confusing the hell out of me. All I know is that I want to take this out of context. Okay? Michael Davis says, I like Twink Kyle. We all know you do, Michael. We all know you do. As we travel up to number 30, it reads, my roommate's girlfriend moved in. Whoa. Sorry.
Oh.
What?
Just talking about his stinky roommate that he wouldn't talk to.
Chutney.
Michael.
Ferret.
Yeah.
Number 30. My roommate's girlfriend moved in even though we agreed that she wouldn't. If she did, then she would have to pitch in for utilities. They haven't so far. She's messy, slams doors at night, etc. But the one thing that bugs me to death is this. They began hoarding their toilet paper. Now, I'm all for sharing and whatnot, and I brought a 24 pack when we first moved in. The two of us being male, we go through maybe one roll every 2 to 3 weeks. Now, that she's moved in, we've gone through the 24 pack in 2 months. I went ahead and bought another 6 pack, all gone. I decided to stop buying toilet paper in hopes that they would start buying some. Last week we ran out of toilet paper. Fine, I'll buy a single roll from the gas station. Gone in 3 days. Fine, I'll get another one. Gone in 3 days again. Finally in the morning I realized no more toilet paper. Fine, however, I noticed her going to the bathroom and I snickered thinking that she doesn't have any TP. Nope, they bring their own TP to the bathroom. Too long didn't read. The roommate's unwanted girlfriend moves in with, I mean, you the one dealing with it, nigga, you stupid bitch. Petty revenge is what somebody just posts, like the subreddit itself. So guys, maybe we can go to petty revenge right now and read the top post of the day, which is apparently not this one, but one entitled, "Don't play your stereo too loud. You could blow a fuse." Oh my God, it's not that long. I'll just deal with it. What's petty revenge, you guys may ask? It's a fucking subreddit where people come and they talk about the petty revenge that they got. Petty being the key word. So this entry reads, I moved into a first-floor apartment in a new 8-unit apartment building. Shortly after I moved in, the guy in the apartment above mine acquired a mega stereo. This was the 80s when stereos were all about huge speakers and massive subwoofers. Of course, he wasn't going to waste all that stereo goodness by playing his music at a reasonable volume. When he played it, he blasted it. Since I lived right below his subwoofer, everything in my apartment would rattle and shake. It was like being in a perpetual earthquake. After a couple of days, I went up and asked if he could turn the music down a bit. He basically told me to go to hell. The management company was notorious for not getting involved in tenant conflicts, and the police in town largely ignored my noise complaints. One night, he cranked it up at 3 a.m. Sleep was out of the question, so I lay awake and hatched my plan. My apartment was right next to the utility room with all the breaker boxes for the building. I went in, found the box for his apartment, and flipped the breaker in his living room. Silence. I think it took him until the next day to learn where the breaker boxes were. It was midday before his stereo fired up, once again at full volume. After a few minutes, I flipped the breaker again. This time he was down resetting it, only he returned to his apartment and played it at a more reasonable volume. For the next couple of weeks, whenever the volume got excessive, I flipped his breaker. I know that what a breaker looks like when it has popped as opposed to being manually flipped, but apparently he didn't. It became clear that he thought that playing his stereo too loud was popping the breaker. Over the next couple of weeks, I was able to train him into what was a reasonable volume level for his stereo, but flipping the breaker every time it got too loud. He soon learned that volume levels would avoid popping the breaker, and my apartment stopped shaking. Oh. Pop, lock, and drop it, baby. The volume, that is. Aaron Deere says, Kyle, I'm about to die because I moved into a new apartment that has no Wi-Fi. I'm about to die because there is no Wi-Fi. Sorry. Her name is Hannah.
What?
That's not what you're supposed to. Maybe if I do the clapping.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Okay. Alrighty then. So as we go back to that list, we're at number 27. I love my grandmother, but she has a serious passive-aggressive, racist.
Oh, fuck those blacks and chinks. And don't forget the Mexicans, too. Mexicans are different from the Hispanics, but I hate them all. I hate them all, but it's whatever.
What makes it so passive, Grandma?
I don't know, just don't marry them.
Just don't marry him, said Grandma. Whenever my black best friend comes to her house with me, she will make comment after comment. I used to get pissed and call her out on everything, but it did no good. Now whenever she gets in that mode, I start talking so much shit about white people, it's ridiculous. You should respond with the pay no attention to her. You know how old people are, or similar. I wonder what would happen. 502 bad gateway. Well, damn, we wouldn't want this to happen to us. For us to just be reduced to that of a page that's no longer hosted anymore. Can you imagine if that's what it's like when people look us up when we're dead? We're just a page that's no longer hosted anymore. That's so scary. That's so sad. Bing bong. Bing bong. As we roll up to number 26, whenever some asshole is tailgating me on the road, I hit the windshield cleaner button and just hold it. Usually I can get a good consistent spray of the water to obstruct their view. They usually change lanes after that. Bonus points for me if their windshield is dirty and their wipers are bad, leaving behind a dirty, muddy mess. Also, if you are all in on this idea, you can take a pin and adjust the angle of one of your nozzles to spray directly over your car for maximum effectiveness. Nigga, I didn't know that you could turn your car into a Batmobile. And turn your fucking windshield fluid button into some sort of like deploy the oil slick. Oh, I can't see. Batman. Sorry, number 25 has been deleted. What are we gonna do with our lives? Oh, what are we gonna do with our lives? Looks like somebody got banned by Faith. Why would he want to be unbanned? What did he do? Everybody who gets banned knows why they got banned. They're on thin ice anyway. Oh, he said CYAEL. I mean CYEAL. I can't even push myself to do it wrong. See what I mean? Gotta put effort into that. You gotta put effort into saying the Kyle name wrong, man. Even people who hate me know how to say the name right, if you know what I mean. So as we continue, we're gonna go ahead and reach number 24. A good family friend of mine is a frequent customer at the local coffee shop. Sorry, even though I know you're here, I heard something and it made me freak out. No, it's not your fault. Because I was like, what the hell? Like looking out the other room. Number 24. A good family friend of mine is a frequent customer at a local coffee shop. At said local coffee shop, there is a one handicapped parking space. There is a one handicap, nigga? There's one handicap parking space located out front and several non-delegated spots. The family friend noticed another customer who constantly uses the handicap spot to go in and order his coffee, despite the fact that the manager on staff reminds him to move his car every day because they have several customers who need to use it on a daily basis. One day the man pulled into the spot, went inside, everyone was staring at him, ordered his coffee, proceeded to brush past the manager and walk towards his car. My family friend blocked his path at the door and told the man, "You need to stop parking in that spot. We are tired of you treating everyone here like crap." The man casually told him to mind his own business. My family friend then took the man's cup out of the guy's hand, dropped it on the floor, opened the door for the man and said, "Don't ever come back here. You're not welcome here." The man went back to his car, moved his car, called the cops, and when the cops came, the manager actually pretended that the man had dropped the cup. Nobody contested it. The guy hasn't been back. Epic win. Man, this is a whole way to fucking deal with this story. In the future, here's what I want. Okay? Maybe the guy running the coffee shop locks the door. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe somebody run outside and park this nigga inside. You know what I mean? Double park so the guy can't get out the spot, right? Then we call a tow truck or something. And he's just in there like, "No! That's my car! No!" And then somebody pulls out a gun and is like, "This is a citizen's arrest, bitch. You gonna learn a day." Something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Is Kyle condoning this kind of action in public? Of course not. It's a joke or something. But hey, man, when somebody's an asshole, you know what I'm talking about? And they're consistent with that assholeism, you should find a way to fuck them. You know what I'm talking about? Get the cop out here. Just, slip a cop a little bit of, be like, "Hey cop, come hang out here for a little bit, man. Give you some coffee. Give you some coffee to dip that donut in. You dip your donut in coffee, cap." Number 23. My friends lived in a duplex. The couple next to them argues like there's no tomorrow. Mostly the guy yelling. They've left notes before, but it never ends. They change their Wi-Fi network name to the "We hear you beating your wife." 3 weeks with no result, and it's now "We still hear you beating your wife." Oh my God. Oh my God. Aaron Deere says, I don't like Thanksgiving. My family ruined it for me. Well,
I don't like it much either.
look, guys. Your family's just one like phrase away from ruining most things for you. You should just stop talking to them. Come on. Take it from me. Lexia says, I feel like there's a story, Aaron. Aaron says, a story for a Kyle Thanksgiving list. I was about to sing a Thanksgiving song, but are there Thanksgiving songs?
I don't know.
I could make a Thanksgiving song and it'd be like it'd be the world's first Thanksgiving song.
I think there are probably some that children have to sing.
That's gay.
About, like, pilgrims and shit.
Whole Wheat says Canadian Thanksgiving was in October, so no food for me until Christmas. Oh, you're just not eating it all, huh? Idiot. I guess when you are a piece of whole wheat bread, what do you need to sustain you? Number 22. When I was pretty young, maybe 13-ish, my younger brother, 11-ish, kept frustrating me by stealing my CD player, and I was out for clever revenge. We had a CD recorded by a band from the local church called Flying Sheep, more like Chutney Ferret, if you know what I'm talking about. Something Jesus and flying animals, you know the drill. The first track of the CD was about 45 seconds of sheep noises. When he went to sleep, I snuck into his room, quietly located my CD player, took off my pants, I'm kidding, set it to loop track 1, and turned the volume way down. About every 5 minutes, I'd sneak in again and turn the volume up a little bit more. I did this for about 2 hours until there was nothing but bleeding sheeps at full volume about 4 feet from his head. My brother slept like a log, so he slept for a whole 7 more hours with sheep noises beamed directly into his brain. He woke up pretty angry. Apparently, he had dreamt about trying to herd aggressive sheep all night long. Sweet revenge. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 sheep. 7 hours listening to sheep. Oh my God. Number 21. It's not much, but I don't have the energy to fight with people who post about their strong moral political beliefs on Facebook. Who has the energy or patience to fight with anybody posting anything on Facebook? Are my nostrils still closing up? What is it about sitting here to read that makes it so that what is it, man? What's wrong with me? Faith says, I finished the bodies. The bod ice. Yeah. But I don't have the energy to fight with people who post about their strong moral and political beliefs on Facebook. What I do have is money and the ability to donate to Planned Parenthood in their names every time they post something that I disagree with. It's the most passive-aggressive thing that I do. But do you post picture evidence under their post? That's what really matters. Bing bang. Bing bang, bing bang. Okay, number 20. On the list of 40 most passive-aggressive acts. You know you like that thumbnail. It's just a sticky note that says fine, whatever. Okay. Here we go. Number 20. Freshman year of university, randomly assigned roommate. I had a lymph node infection. I thought it was just a bad hangover, and was bedridden for 4 days, visibly very sick. The fucker decides those 4 days are the days to get Call of Duty from a thrift store and invite his friends to our room to play from midnight to 4. He always slept from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Second day of him giving me the old spicy Call of Duty chain, I would blast opera from my speakers from 6 a.m. to noon. Then I'd allow him around 10 minutes of snoozy time and start it again. You guys are just fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm super excited about? I want to stream Grand Theft Auto 3 or Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So you guys vote now, whatever you'd want to see more. because I'm streaming one of those games soon. I love those games to death. And now that I have a access to another computer screen, I'll be able to see the stream chat as well as play at the same time. Balls. Number 19. If someone is really annoying me with what they are saying or chewing loudly, smacking their gums loudly, making annoying drum noises with their mouth, I will sometimes turn my music on and slowly turn it up to the point where I can't hear them over it. Sometimes I will even look them dead in the eyes while I do it. Somebody says, better than my sighing tactic. Give me a good sigh.
No.
Come on.
No.
Give me a good sigh, Hannah. She gay. She gay, man. Nobody wants to play Pokemon with me. See? No, it's just gotta be like, I want somebody to do
7-day streak.
a Pokemon cosplay for me. Naked Pokemon cosplay for me. So, let me know in the comments, and then we'll set it up. Number 18. My second job was in a cube from the IT department of a large telecom company. Okay. One of the guys used to check his voicemail with his speakerphone. God, I hate that, dude. What the fuck, man? You are not a celebrity and nobody gives a shit about your fucking who the fuck calling you and what they say, and like, oh my God. Okay. With the volume set just slightly below maximum. My solution, I made eye contact with my coworkers, and one by one we all dialed into our voicemail boxes on speakerphone with the volume set to maximum. In under a minute, the air was filled with the robotic recorded prompts for passwords and airing voicemails for all to hear. The dude got the message. Good, dude. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I wish I could set Furfag's name to Chutney Ferret. Chutney Ferret. Chutney Ferret. Chutney. Number 17. I had a friend who talks about his gap year in Peru every chance he gets. Now and then he starts up another Peru story, and I put on my most amazed look and say, I never knew you went to Peru. Somebody says, oh my God, I can't believe you said that, because that really reminds me of this one time on my gap year.
Oh no, Tarquin, I can't come shopping on the King's Road today.
This is a 3-minute sketch from some weirdos. Pass, okay? Maybe this is the type of thing that people float around Facebooks or Instagrams, or maybe if you're over 30, this is the kind of shit that you find totally cool. Much like somebody who goes into far too much detail about how Rick and Morty is like the funniest thing they've ever seen, you know what I'm talking about? But I'm not going to be doing Simpsons reviews on this channel, so let's just go ahead and pretend it's not there. Number 16. Sometimes at Starbucks ordering for what must have been someone at Starbucks ordering for what must have been around 10 people and trying to do it from memory and notes they'd taken on their cell phone. I literally pulled up a chair into the line behind them and sat down with an accompanying annoyed sigh. Really pissed them off, but they then got out of line and went back through after they figured out what they were forgetting. Good. Inconsiderate checkout people are the worst, says some other guy. On a similar note, bitches who argue over coupons or shit like that end up getting managers involved and end up burning 5+ minutes over some minor dispute. I feel like chucking some quarters at their heads to make them stop. Stores need a trap door in line that goes straight to hell for these demon spawn. Welcome to hell. I hope you brought your coupons down here. What's wrong with you? Number 15. Hannah's close. I was on the receiving end of some epic passive aggressive once. You sure you're alright, Hannah? Okay. I got something for you. Well, there you go.
You're an asshole.
Number 15. I was on the receiving end of some epic passive. It wasn't even something that was that crazy. You were just freaked out as soon as I reached out for you. You really did.
No, it was when you grabbed me.
Oh my god. Number 15. I was on the receiving end of some passive aggressive aggression once. Ugh. Hey, is that Ruther Fox? Wow, I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's not dead. I hope he's not dead. Can you imagine if it was like, this is Ruther Fox's mother. I understand he used to frequent this establishment a lot. And I'd be like, what are you talking about, lady? This is just a stream. I was in the 12 items or less line at the grocery store, and as usual, counted my items before I got in line. An older couple got in line behind me and clearly did not think I had done so. They spoke loudly to each other, I guess hoping to embarrass me. That doesn't look like 12 items to you, does it, Marge? This continued on, and when it was my turn, one started counting. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. I started wondering if maybe I miscounted, feeling a little panicky, and I usually try not to be a douchebag. Then finally, 10. Oh. The cashier laughed. I needed to do nothing. The backfiring of their plan was plenty. I would have counted with him and made direct eye contact, and I'd been like, I would actually pulled out, yeah, man, if this shit would have happened these days, you know what I mean? I pull out my phone and I'm just like, all right, check out these old white motherfuckers behind me talking about they counting my items in the fucking line and shit. Because apparently I got too many items from they old ass looking eyes. Oh, what's going on, old people? Because it looks like I have enough items, but not too much items. But you thought I had too many, and you count my items, I'm accounting for you. And let me count the views on YouTube when we put your ass on blast. And it's racial. And it's political too. I bet you voted for. That's enough.
So stupid. I tried not to laugh.
I'm sorry.
At you.
Fuck you, old people.
I tried not to laugh at you.
Number 14.
So fucking stupid.
I am a live sound technician. My job success rate depends on me being passive aggressive. Okay. Oh, you turned up your guitar amp again? Cool. I hope you like me cranking the shit out of your guitar in your monitors now. Ass. There's another Hannah in the chat.
Yes, I know. I can see.
Wow.
That happens from time to time.
I wonder if she's lame though.
I'm sure she is.
You can't say that. You don't know. You don't know if she's lame or not. Give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna go to the channel. See what's going on here. Okay, they got some uploads on their channel. That's pretty cute. Hold on here. What the fuck? Oh, this is the game they're playing. What the bing bong? Plus, this doesn't give any insight into breast size either. So, Hannah, why can't you help me with figuring out the other Hannahs? She said Hannahs of a feather flock together, she
I
said.
did not say that, you lying fuck.
Not you, her.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, I bet that's a typical Hannah mistake to make, is me thinking that you talking Hannah. Fucking old people counting my shit. Old people. Anyway, number 13. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's not a real entry. Ruther Fox, I think, is saying, oh no, Lexia says, this is my first time listening to Kyle with headphones. I understand how people get woken up. I apologize, you know? But if it helps you, other people are probably doing other things to this right now, like washing dishes. Yeah, you scrubbing those dishes? Yeah, get all that grime off of there. You know, you could just put it in the washing machine, but, you know, maybe there's not enough dishes to constitute a full load, you know. Maybe you actually want that plate sooner than later, so you just got to wash it yourself real quick right now. Just make sure you don't touch your phone with your wet hands. Maybe I wonder if anybody's ever put me on like a Bluetooth speaker in like while they shower or something, and then they just let their hands wander all over their hot body. You know what I'm talking about? My hot body. Is that Morty? Big Worm Kevin. You didn't have to do this. I appreciate you. I love you for that. And in the middle of me talking about hands wandering all over their body, as if my voice had the power to do that, as if it did, I wouldn't be hearing about it on Snapchat, but nobody tells me on Snapchat,
Oh my God, today, Kyle, you said that thing about those old people. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm talking about.
Kevin, I'm sorry. This is about you, Kevin, I love you. And everybody, you know, Kevin's amazing. Oh my God, eyelash. Sorry, I just sent an eyelash into my own eye and I freaked out for a little bit. But everything's okay. Hannah, the dolphin, and I.
Yes.
I'm very, you know, we're humbled by you.
We are.
And I love you and I thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Now Alexea says, it's fine, Kyle. You know I love you, Kyle, being Kyle. Thank you for being Kyle. Kyle. Faith says, I talk to you all the time, but you don't answer me, Kyle. That's not true. That's not true, Faith. I answer you, Faith. If you knew just how terrible today was with me falling in and out of sleep like some sort of old man, it's truly terrible.
It's true.
It's truly terrible. I feel like something's wrong with me. Number 12, started doing heavy drugs so my wife would leave me. Now that is passive aggressive. Somebody said you really committed to that. Okay. Well, guys, if you need somebody to get out of your life, man, do some heavy drugs and hope that they don't do it with you. You know what I'm talking about? Actually, don't do that, guys. I can't even joke about shit like that. Drugs may not leave you alone. You might, oh my God. You may be incapable of quitting. Let me get, because Faith wants the Jimmy Whistles. So I'm gonna send a message to Faith. And it's going to be all like, let's see here. What can I say to Faith? What can I say here? I can say, I'll never be a chutney ferret with you around. See? What a wonderfully crafted message straight to Faith from Kyle. Personal style, all for you, Faith. There you go. You know? That's like the first Snapchat message I sent all day, I think. Anyway, number 11. The neighbor in my girlfriend's apartment will let their goddamn alarm go off for a good 5 minutes before they try to stop it. They don't hit snooze like a normal person does. They just lay there and let it buzz over and over and over again. It was going on longer than I usually hear it, so I ended up pulling out my phone and turning on the meltdown alarm and basically pressing it directly into the wall. On top of the horrendously loud noise, it was also buzzing the wall. They turned their alarm off within 10 seconds and haven't done it since. Oh, you passive motherfuckers. Is anyone doing drugs in here? Just making sure. I don't know, my drug senses were tingling. Well, we're at the last 10, so join me. Number 10. I hate anyone who drives in SUV trucks with those bright as 30 fucking suns headlights. They are the most obnoxious goddamn thing in the world. I was driving home one day from class when this guy came behind me, his headlights destroying my eyes. I was so mad. Not only did he have the obnoxious lights, but he was... Well, damn, whoever the hell Miguel Salgado is. I wonder where he's from. China? I'm kidding. I was driving home one day from class when this guy came behind me, his headlights destroying my eyes. I was so mad. Not only did he have the obnoxious lights, but he was tailgating me hardcore. Now, I'm doing 15 over the speed limit, and I'm not in the fast lane. He could pass me, but no, he just continues to tailgate me. There wasn't even another soul on the highway. Yeah, this is how Lifetime movies start. Now, this is in New Jersey. On highways, the state police don't just sit in their cars and keep their radar guns on. They only turn them on when they think they see someone speeding, so the radar detectors can't spot them from miles away. Well, I spot one sitting in the grassy middle part of the highway facing my direction, so I proceed to turn on my signal, go in the fast lane. I get on my brakes hard. He slingshots past me and gives me this perplexed look. All of a sudden, my radar detector goes crazy. The cop pulls out and pulls over this asshole. Fuck you, truck. Maybe it isn't passive aggressive, but it felt great. My God. Aaron Deere says, is mayonnaise a drug? Is this nigga serious? I feel like I've heard Aaron Deere's talking about mayonnaise before. We're not going to get into it, okay? We're not going to get into it. Living in Oklahoma, I can relate to this story. Trucks galore. Uh-oh, Lexius. Hannah says, yes, I do drugs. This wasn't, we weren't asking if people do drugs. I was just asking if somebody was doing drugs right now. Plus, I'm sure a lot of you are on medication to keep yourselves from not being crazy or staying alive because you all have conditions. Tell us what drugs you guys take because of your conditions, guys. Come on, tell me. Number 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Does it have to be so long, though? Mine is a painful memory to relive, but I'll do it for the sake of this thread. Me and my then university roommate shared this tiny room with one double-decker bed, a cupboard, 2 tables, and a mirror. I like the scene painted by this room. Look, it seems kind of fucking weird. 2 people living in a room on a fucking bunk bed with a table, 2 tables, and a mirror and a cupboard. Okay, what year is this? You know what I'm talking about? What year is this? All right. The mirror is depressingly important to this story. It was opposite the bed so that I, sleeping on top bunk, could actually see my roommate or what my roommate was doing under. You know where this is going. So one day I woke up to a horrible squelching sound. We're going to go ahead and change that to a squanching sound. In my mind, I knew what it was. I just didn't want to entertain the idea. It must not be that. It cannot be that. Furtively, I glanced in the mirror, knowing that the reflection would take a little bit of my soul. Sure enough, it was my roommate, under my bunk, furiously masturbating in his boxes. I have never seen anyone jerk off that feverishly. It was almost beautiful in some sick, perverse way. Okay, so the problem was that he kept doing this. I kept waking up to the sound of a guy who watches Matrix Reloaded daily, frantically jerking off in his boxers. Even worse, sometimes he'd let out an sound that chills me to this very day. I cannot watch Japanese porn because of him. I didn't know what to do. Should I accept my fate and consider his morning wank as some kind of cruel alarm clock? One fateful day, I was woken up to the usual squelching sound, and I decided that I had to do something about it. I just cleared my throat. He immediately stopped, and it was then that he knew that I knew. We never spoke again, and he moved the following semester. You fucker. I know you're on Reddit. If you're reading this, I'm gonna come jerk off in front of you one day, you drunk bastard. I thought this was gonna end with him jacking off and then throw it in his face. You know what I'm talking about? If someone's insensitive enough to be jacking off on the bottom bunk and you on a top fucking bunk, jack off and throw it in his face, man. God damn. Just jack off, throw it in his face. Oh my God. What is this? Oh my God. It's a cum. Oh no.
Once my brother and his girlfriend fucked in my bed. I wasn't in the room, but I could hear it. I could hear it.
In your bed?
It was in my bed.
Isn't that the same bitch that
No.
Oh, it's
Not
a
that
different
girl.
Okay. Ew.
Another one.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
What is PTSJ? Post-traumatic stress.
Joint? I have no idea. I'm assuming it's meant to be. No, I have no idea.
Ane Doru says, give him a pearl necklace while making eye contact. That sounds like a really hot bitch name in like an anime. Real big titty bitch. It's me, Ane Doru. Then she jiggles all over the place because she was animated to jiggle like that. You know what I'm talking about? Probably like triple F cup titties that don't even make sense on a chick. Her size. Pointless. Number 8. Does this count? Drunk assholes being loud outside of residence building at some ungodly hour on a Saturday night. Hey, do you guys have a watch? A watch? Yeah, I need to know what time it is. 3:30. Oh, cool. So now you know. Now that you know it's 3:30, can you shut the fuck up? Can you shut the fuck up? Can you shut the fuck up? Now that you know it's 3:30, can you shut? I'm sorry. I like that one. I feel like it's all in the delivery. Hey, it's the person who made the post himself responding to this entry saying, oh yeah, this one. I had a guy watering his garden at 2:30 a.m. once in summer when you have to have your windows open. I lean out and I'm like, mate, why don't you water your garden at 4 a.m. like normal people? What if he didn't catch your sarcasm and started watering at 4 a.m.? For real. This is all ridiculous. This is all particularly ridiculous. It's a good thing we're reaching the end of this list. As we go on to number 7, I'm starting to become antsy. Number 7. Whenever my roommate shaves, he always leaves little bits of hair in and around the sink. As other people's hair has always made me cringe, I repeatedly asked him to stop. But there would always be hair in the sink, so I waited. For 3 months, I grew my pubic hair, oh my god, to the most glorious length it has ever been, and shaved it all off into the sink and left. I haven't had any problems with my bathroom since then. Too long didn't read? A wild bush appeared, and it was super effective. Aaron Deere says, Kyle, post-traumatic stress jerking. I don't like that. Maybe I would have enjoyed post-traumatic jerking disorder.
Post-jerking traumatic stress?
Post-jerking stress disorder. Yeah.
Because that just doesn't make sense.
So PJ.
For this situation. SD?
Yeah, PJSD. Michael Davis says, and you keep it on your side of the room. Look, it's a bunk bed, guys. It's a bunk bed. Anae says, aw, gee, thanks, I do have big titties. Sure, Anae. You're a man and we all know it and we accept it and that's fine. We love you just the same. We love the men. The whole wheat bread says, I think that's considered assault, Kyle. Yeah. I'm sending your ass to gay baby jail. Hold up. Let me hit you one time with that gay baby jail. It's just a rite of passage. No harm done. No foul. You know? Nothing rude. Consider yourself assaulted, bitch. Yeah, send me a Snapchat about it. Did I say Snapchat again?
Yep.
No, what a cruel world, no.
Faith thinks she's so special. I mean, Faith is special. She got a Snapchat midstream, though. Brother Fox says, the fact that Anae is a man doesn't mean he doesn't have big titties. Well, okay, yes, all men do qualify. But big anime titties that don't make sense for his frame? Come on, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's not shake this into Chutney Ferret territory, okay? Aaron Deere says, Kyle, would it be funny saying, can I join you? Oh, my God. Y'all taking this too far, okay? You ever hear it? You know what we need to look up? We need to look up straight up borderline gay ass stories from that shit people have done as a prank. Gayest pranks, like straight homosexual planks, whatever. The other Hannah says, I like this story time. I like that she's like Hispanic Hannah. Is that rude to say? Why is Faith slant facing? You know you're special. Bite me, Faith. Oh my God. Oh my God. As we roll up to number 6, I live on a typical American suburb street. My neighbor just got a new job with a company provided vehicle. He has a 1-lane driveway, so he parks his huge work van in the road directly in front of my house. It is all I can see when I look out the front window, and I casually mention it to him how he could park in front of his house and not mine. He just chuckles to himself and starts talking about something else. So I pulled out my dick and started pissing all over us. That's what I would do. I'm kidding. But, Hannah? Are you sleepy?
No.
Why are you looking like that? For the next week, I parked my car in front of his house to see if he enjoyed looking at my car every day. Luckily, he got the message, and now he parks in front of his home and not mine. Bing bong. Bing bong. Faith said,
I will, Kyle. I will.
Chuckster says, Kyle, don't you mean Hispana? That's racist. Mine's just weird and stupid. Mine's racist stupid. Yours is like racist. You know what I mean? Hispana. Oh my God. That's rude. Hispana Heritage Month. Oh my God. Hispana is even dumber. Yeah. Mine's stupid. Lexia says, I don't know. I feel like the straight man gay experience stream would have been interesting with me in it. Is that the one where like the men were abused? We could look up more man abuse stories. No.
The gay moments.
Gay moments?
People had. Isn't that one he's talking about?
Yeah, I think he's talking about gay moments straight people had. As we arrive at number 5, there are these 2 girls who sit behind me in one of my classes that don't shut up. No matter what my professor says, they always have to talk about it between the 2 of them. After doing this, it always leads into a longer discussion between them. It's fucking annoying because I'm actually interested in what my professor has to say. He tells some pretty interesting stories. One day, I had enough of it. When they started talking again, I took my laptop out, made a new Word document. I made the font large enough to where they would be able to read it and typed 4 simple words. Shut the fuck up. I cleared my throat, very loudly I should add, and just slightly moved out of the way to where they would be able to read it. That was 2 weeks ago, and they haven't said a word in class since. Can I show you my favorite shut the fuck up, guys? I'm gonna show you my favorite shut the fuck up, okay? Whole wheat bread just said wow, Kyle, but he hit me with that 420 and I appreciate that.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm gonna show you my favorite shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, this is like great. Okay, fucking love this video. It's my favorite shut the fuck up in the world though. Hold up. Huh? Okay, all right guys, I'm gonna share this with you, all right, but you know, I need you to know I'm doing it because I love you and you're like a family or something, all right? Oh my God, this is my fucking favorite thing in the world. All right, here's my favorite shut the fuck up, man. Okay. Oh God, just thinking about it got me cracking up. All right. So here we have some random feminist lady talking some bullshit or whatever. And then she coming over all in these dude spaces and they a whole bunch of black dudes and they just push her the fuck out the way. And she's all like, ah, or whatever. So hold up. Uh-oh. All right, hold on.
There's a spectrum and it ranks from interrupting to demeaning to belittling to raping women.
So interrupting, right? So what I just did, that was a form of harassment.
He says,
you gotta get out of here, man. We ain't none of them guys, all right? You ain't about to come up here and cause no spectacle. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Did any of you
Call the
see
cops.
him just physically assault?
Call the cops.
Hey, don't touch me.
Hey! That is uncalled for. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. But every time she goes, that's uncalled for. And he goes, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Look, maybe I'm a monster. Okay. Something funny.
We ain't none of them guys, all right? You ain't about to come.
We ain't none of them guys.
Call the cops.
Did any of you see him just physically assault?
Call the cops.
Hey, don't touch me.
Hey! That is uncalled for. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry. All right, look. The end of this video actually ends in this bitch getting arrested, which is just amusing. But look, that's just one of my favorite shut the fuck ups, okay? I'm sorry that I had to show it to you. I don't know how this even came up. Oh, wait, it was in the midst of the list. In the midst of the list. These things happen. Did I get 20 likes on this video? If I did, I have to show you dogs. Okay? Well, might as well finish this list. Can't nobody shake Hannah though. Uh-oh. You know the weirdest thing about you, Hannah, is that you could easily embody, like, facially, a murderer. But okay, hold on. Wait.
Oh, no.
What? What?
It makes such a loud noise.
Yeah. All right. Whole Wheat says, Kyle, go to Tippy Taps. What the fuck is Tippy Taps, baby? Oh, should I go to Tippy Taps on screen or off screen? Chutney Ferret. Tippy Taps Reddit. Tippy Taps. What is Tippy Taps? Oh, is this when dogs dance? This is some shit that fucking Emmy would love. She would love this. I'll subscribe to it just in case. Tippy Taps. Put it in there. Put it in there. Okay, look. What is this list? Let's finish the damn list first. Oh my god. Tippy Taps. Oh my god. Wait. Holy shit. Number 4. Which is actually number 3. So we might as well read it like number 3. Here we go. Holy crap, my fucking leg is starting to kill me. How about that? In college, I had the worst roommate. She would stay up all night, sleep all day, and dramatically sigh or groan if I accidentally woke her up by, you know, being in my room during the day. She also could not shut up for 5 minutes at a time. She literally wandered around her room, muttering to herself, mostly fuck and Jesus Christ, and if she wasn't doing that, she was sighing and groaning and slamming drawers shut. She also left food and should have been refrigerated out on our desk for weeks at a time, including stacks of burgers still in their wrapper, and it smelled. Anyway, she mentioned once that she hated living in the dorms because she couldn't smoke in there. I casually brought up how my last roommate broke her contract and moved into a house mid-semester, and she just loved it. New roommate got excited and started looking to get into an apartment. When I didn't mention was that it's cost $1,000 plus that month's dorm fee to break said contract, and apparently she managed to sign up for this without noticing that fine print either, because for about a week after, she had screaming matches on the phone with her mom about the money. A week later she was gone, and I had the room to myself for the rest of the semester. It was great. I would feel bad, but living with a Tourette's-ridden burger hoarder was too much for me. Too long didn't read, talked Oscar the Grouch into breaking room contract, resulting in unforeseen expenses on her part. You're the mean one. Passive-aggressive Grinch. Here we are at number 2 on this list. I was in Walmart once with this kid, and he was screaming, and I tried to ignore it. And I thought about asking the parents to quiet the kid down. Finally, I just stood at the end of the aisle aisle they were on and started screaming back at him. The mother was horrified, but after about 10 seconds of yelling back and forth, the kid finally stopped. dumbass kid. That's what we all need to do, is start imitating kids that won't shut the hell up. How about that?
Like whenever my nephews are crying, I'll just like scream at them, like just random noises, not like getting mad at them. Because usually it'll make them laugh and forget what they're crying about.
I'm thinking of the Family Guy episode where I think Brian's out at some sort of dinner and a kid's crying.
Yeah. And
he just starts barking back at him, but in English. Good stuff. Good stuffy wuff. You know, I feel like being rude would be ending this list too soon. I wanted to look up this meltdown thing that I saw yesterday because it seemed like it had a whole bunch of entries that I hadn't read before, which in itself was a bit strange. How is it that I haven't done a list about a meltdown? Bing bong. Biggest meltdown you've witnessed? It had to be one of these. Let's see if it's the one I read. This one, right? With the Costco thing? Yeah, this is the one I read yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. So here's this one. I went to a TJ Maxx a few months ago with my grandmother, and upon walking into the store, a lady at the checkout launched into a very angry rant at the cashier because she said, "Have a nice day," and the cashier didn't say it back. She called this poor cashier every name in the book and started shouting racist things at the top of her lungs. Then, as the manager asked her to leave, she started screaming at her that this was America, and it was her constitutional right to be at TJ Maxx and hunt for bargains. Even though the lady had already checked out, she stalked back to the aisles and picked out clothes to try on, and when the attendant wouldn't allow her in the dressing room, she went into the home goods area and started trying on clothes there, while periodically screaming, "Bitch!" so everyone could hear. The woman only left the store after another customer walked by her trying things on in the aisle and told her that the shirt she was trying on looked awful on her and that it matched her evil soul. The crazy lady then started crying and ran out. It was an eventful day at TJ Maxx. My favorite part is this hero that goes in and goes,
"Hey, what you're trying on looks fucking terrible, but it matches your soul, you evil creature. Say what's up to Instagram."
You know what I mean? Because they got their phone out and shit. Oh my God. It was her constitutional right to be at TJ Maxx hunting for bargains. Number 7, man. I did pub trivia with a meetup.com group, and during one of the rounds, they passed out those blurry photocopy cheats of famous movie characters. We were supposed to list the film in which each one appeared. When C-3PO popped up, we all simultaneously shouted out Star Wars, but the resident cinephile in the group insisted it was actually Maria from Metropolis. No. We relented, mainly because none of us really gave a damn and we were just playing for fun. When the host announced it was in fact C-3PO, the guy went off and declared that answer is fucking bullshit. We got him to simmer down for a bit. But when we lost those third place beer mugs by 1 point at the end of the night, well, that's when things really turned sour. He pulled up images of Maria on his smartphone, showed them to the host, and declared even if that was technically C-3PO in the picture, Lucas had totally ripped off the Metropolis. So he was technically right. One of the bros on the third place team offered him their mug, but he refused on principle. Eventually, all his dick moves got him a free meal voucher from the pub, but we all agreed to ban him from the group after that display. What a bing bong. Number 8, during the visit to New York, I was walking down a street and I saw a man holding an ice cream cone in front of an ice cream truck. I don't know what happened, but he looked at the worker in the truck and said, "Fuck you," and then proceeded to throw his ice cream on the ground. The best part is as he angrily walked away from the truck, it started playing the happy ice cream music loud, and I just died laughing. Somebody said the guy posting about melts in grilled cheese. Did I ever read that? Where?
You read it somewhere on your channel.
Is it its own video?
Yeah, it's its own video.
Oh, hell yeah. Kyle. Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You people make me sick. A grilled cheese consists of only these following items: cheese, bread with spread, usually butter. This entire subreddit consists of melts. Almost every grilled cheese sandwich I see on here has other items added to it. The fact that this subreddit is called grilled cheese is nothing short of utter blasphemy. Let me start out by saying I have nothing against melts. I just hate their association with the sandwiches that are not grilled cheese. Wait, don't you mean are grilled cheeses? Adding cheese to your tuna sandwich? It's called a tuna melt. Totally different. One had bacon and some pretentious breadcrumbs with spinach. I don't know what the hell you'd call that, but it's not a grilled cheese. I would be more than willing to wager I've eaten more grilled cheese sandwiches in my 21 years than any of you had in your entire lives. I have one almost every day, and sometimes more than just one sandwich. Wanna personalize your grilled cheese? Use a mix of different cheeses, or use sourdough or French bread. But if you wanna add some pulled pork and take a picture of it, make your own subreddit entitled Melts, because that is not a fucking grilled cheese. I'm not a religious man, nor am I anything close to a culinary expert, but as a bland, white, Midwestern male, I am honestly the most passionate person when it comes to grilled cheese and mac and cheese. All of you foodies, stay the hell away from our grilled cheeses and stop associating your sandwich melts with them. Yet again, it is utter blasphemy, and it rocks me to the core of my pale being. Shit. I stopped lurking after 3 years and made this account for the sole purpose of posting this. I've seen post after post of people's grilled cheeses, and all over Reddit it's been driving me insane. The moment I saw this subreddit this morning, I finally snapped. Hell, I may even start my own subreddit just because I know this one exists now. You goddamn heretics. Respect the grilled cheese and stop changing it into whatever you like, and love it for what it is. Or make your own damn melt sandwich and call it for what it is. A melt. This Kyle guy seems like he's a hack, right? As we continue with the list of meltdowns, number 10 reads, I used to work at a Christian bookstore. 99% of the customers were friendly and pleasant, and then the 1% were absolute nut jobs. One lady came in to get a refund on a Bible that we'd personalized for her. There was nothing wrong with it, she just changed her mind. Then we politely and apologetically explained that we can't give her a refund unless it was done incorrectly or damaged, because before she purchased it, and she lost her mind. She started screaming, yelling and crying about how unfair it was, but the worst part, her little son started crying and saying, "Mommy, what's wrong? Why are you crying?" She came in later and apologized, explaining that she'd bought for her insane mother-in-law as a gift, even though the money was tight, and her mother-in-law had snubbed it. Wait, don't I have that sound on a soundboard? Why do I have to make the noise myself? I'll just make it with this. Number 11. In our children, it's funny that my brain said children when it says family here. Those aren't the same thing, Kyle. Those aren't the same thing. In our family, we give each other between $50 and $100 for Christmas to avoid anybody not getting what they asked for. There is a history of one of us, usually my significant other, asking for a specific brand item only to receive something resembling but not exactly what they asked for. For example, a Milwaukee M12 drill when an M18 was asked for. No difference in price due to sales, but whatever, it's a drill and you wanted a drill. Last year, my brother-in-law lost his shit when my significant other and their mom told him he couldn't have the Christmas money in September. He started ranting about... I keep feeling like I'm gonna burp. He started ranting about what was like, well, fuck all of you. And if that's how you all are being, then I don't want anything. There it is. Excuse me. I wanted my money now. It's your money. Use it when you need it. Call J.G. Wentworth 877 cash. Now I have a structured settlement, but I need cash. Wait a minute. Wait now, J. I'm sorry. He then proceeded to call his mom a cunt and throw something. I can't remember what. He threw it across the kitchen counter at her. He's 31 years old.
Fuck you, Mom. I'm tired of all this shit now, honey.
True Silver Wolf calls my name and says, "Can you do another creepy urban exploration list?" True Silver Wolf said, "I hate that commercial. That commercial is better than you. Don't you ever in your life diss J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now." 877 cash now. Hannah just scared off out of the room. Call J.G. Wentworth 877 Kyle.
Okay, that's better.
That's what I thought. Okay. What's going on with everybody? Jessica Cleveland says, "I can't help singing along personally." It's true. Guys, the Snapchat is clear. And what you need to do today is start sending me lists or topics. Here's why. You see the list we did today? The one about the passive aggressiveness? This one was suggested yesterday when I actually made a list and I didn't have a topic. And I found this list and it was on the Wayback Machine. This list is from 5 years ago, guys. Somebody submitted something into the Wayback Machine to see what was like the top post on that specific day. Bitch Run says I don't use Snapchat, so here's this. What's this? This better not be something that's on the front page today, you son of a bitch. This is from 7 years ago. Come on, man. 600 though. Look, if it's from a lot of years ago, we're gonna want to be shooting for around the 2,000 upvote mark. You know what I'm talking about? This one had 1842. So this is a little bit low. It says, "Yo, what's the gnarliest thing your boss has done?" Gnarly, brah. Chaw. So what does this say? Why are you standing over me?
I haven't sat down yet.
God, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't stand. Number one time my boss was half drunk and a little crazy from drinking margaritas at lunch. Came back to the office and took a dump on one of those fax scanner copy machines. Get me the fuck out of there. Who sent this, Mitch? I'm gonna turn your name into Bitch Runs. You know what I'm talking about? What the fuck? That shit ain't cool. Look, don't send me bullshit, alright? I trust you guys. I trust you guys. Let me read one more of these. Let me read two more of these. And then the final entry in the, ow, God, my arm. I am dying on the inside. Okay. Okay. Here's this one. Number 12. I used to work at a factory in a predominantly white area that hired temps. We ended up having to put this absolutely ditzy blonde girl between these two black guys on a 3-person machine. What's wrong with that? Sounds like a porno waiting to happen. Being the vacant ball of stupid this girl was, she thought it would be a good idea to play her black people music for them on her stereo. This playlist consisted of 3 Nicki Minaj songs that played over and over for all of 8 hours of the workday. Every break, these guys would be holding their heads in their hands saying, "I can't take it anymore." Like bees in the trap. It's funny, and here's why. I, as a black man, have never heard Bees in the Trap in its entirety, and it's because it's that bad a song. There are a few songs that you like hear, and you know what it's like? It's like, this is the song that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was. But once you've heard that, you've heard the song. There's nothing that is happening at any point in the song that's going to bring in any kind of significance, or it's not going to deviate in a big way. We're not talking about Bohemian Rhapsody or something. This is literally just some horseshit that has been regurgitated for mass fucking ingestion on mainstream radio, and it's terrible. I like the idea of a song that's bad enough when you don't listen to all of it being played on repeat. Jesus Christ. Part of me thinks that even the people who like that song recognize its capacity for nuisance. And I think that was a bad song. I'm so sorry. It just took me right out of this shit. Holy shit. By day 3, one of the guys just snapped. And he brought in a gun and was yelling, "Bees in the trap." He started screaming and throwing shit and berating the girl, making her cry. The supervisor had to get involved, and the kid started throwing punches at him and threatening to shoot the place up. It took a lot of force to get him out of the building. Somebody says, I don't know. It sounds like a perfectly reasonable response to me. Oh my God. Somebody says, I was actually cheering him on inside, but had to maintain composure because he was pretty violent that night. Oh my God. Number 13. So, I was in the Air Force many years ago. When I got out and came back home, I started dating a girl who was 6 years older than I. Oh boy. Come on now. She want kids. We had been seeing each other for a few months when she said that her best friend from high school is coming through with her husband and their children to visit and wanted to know if I wanted to come over. She mentioned that her friend's husband was in the Air Force and at the time, and we should have tons to talk about. So I go. For this story, we will call this guy John. I get to her house and the guy is outside putting something in the trunk of his car. I walk up and say, "Me. Hey man, you must be John. It's Duck Munch." John, yeah, cool. So, where were you stationed? Florida. John never turns around and just walks into the house. I follow. So I'm sitting next to my girlfriend. Also, there is my girlfriend's 2-year-old son, my girlfriend's mom, 2 other friends, and the Air Force guy, his wife, and 2 kids. Everyone is talking and having a good time. Everyone's talking and having a good time, and John is sitting in the kitchen by himself. He keeps looking at his wife like he's ready to leave. Every time his wife looks over, he points at his watch or toward the door. So my girlfriend's mom says, "Hey John, why don't you come join in on the fun?" John, "Oh no, I'm good here." Girlfriend's mom, "Look, we have an empty seat here." Then John stands up, walks around the kitchen table where he was sitting and says, "Look, I'm ready to leave. I've been sitting here forever and I'm ready to get into my car and drive home. There are kids running all over the place and this dude over here is trying to relive his glory days in the Air Force and I just want to go home." Everyone is stunned. The only kids there were his 2 kids and my girlfriend's 1 son. The wife packs the kids up and off they go. My girlfriend looks at me and said, "Why didn't you try to talk to John at all? All you did was just sit there." We broke up shortly after. Nigga, what? Okay, number 14, man. I once watched some old guy flip out after missing a putt in mini golf. He ended up trying and failing to snap his putter on his thigh until he decided the best course of action was to lob it into the nearby pond. Bing bong. Look, man, this is pretty much all we're going to be able to harvest out of this, methinks. A kid I went to school with was a junkie, and as an adult, and he went on a drug robbery spree. Held someone hostage in a drugstore, stole a bunch of opiates, jumped into a cab and was gobbing them like candy. Eventually, he gets back to his hotel and holds his girlfriend hostage, and eventually slits his wrists. Oh my God. Okay.
Whoa.
We live in a wild world, baby. The wild, wild west when we're rolling through. Let me go ahead. Let me see. I think we've done this before. Teachers of Reddit, what was your biggest student meltdown you've ever witnessed? My God, this is long. My God, this is long. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and read the second one and see if this is something we've done before. We were meeting in the computer lab for a week because the students were working on projects. One of my students was hanging out with his girlfriend because class started. I was in the classroom, so I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. He walks into the room, and he was fuming. I asked him what was wrong, and he didn't respond. He went to his computer and punched the screen. I tried to calm him down, and he picked up the table, which had 5 computers on it, and tipped it over. I got the rest of the students out and called security. He absolutely destroyed the computer lab. He was suspended for the rest of the year. He was banned from prom and graduation, and his parents had to pay for the damages. You know his parents must have been mad as hell. His girlfriend apparently cheated on him. I heard they got back together after that, cuck. But it was never confirmed. You cuck bitch. Go in a computer lab and break all the computers. Somebody should have kicked his ass. I don't feel like I remember that. Do you?
No.
Number 5. I'm a teacher in prison. They were doing Mavis Beacon teaches typing, and one inmate kept putting his hands on the wrong keys, to which he freaks out and starts yelling at the computer how it's a dumb motherfucker. All right, calm down. Not me, but a teacher friend of mine was proctoring the SATs when on one kid flips his desk and screams, "Fuck you, Daniel," and storms out. Turns out Daniel had been ripping his own pubes out of his junk and putting them on the kid's shoulder in front of him. When the kid in front of him found out, he obviously flipped out. And for the record, yes, Daniel is a fake name. People ripping people pubes out and putting them on other people, man. This is the second entry about pubes we've read tonight. So how about this? We have read enough tonight. I love you all. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this main entry on the passive aggressive list. How about that? But naturally, I want to thank my sexy and illustrious patrons first. How do you do what you do? I'm just glad that I can provide even a tiny distraction on a daily basis for you. You're amazing. I want to thank the sponsors as well. You guys, I don't even know. You guys all are sitting on a favor. You know what I mean? Consider me a murderer, and you guys have 1 free kill. You know what I'm talking about? It's not for real. I'm speaking figuratively, of course. But look, when you want to off somebody, just tell me a name. Just tell me what you want done. God damn. So as we go ahead and finish this number 1 on the passive aggressive list, on an airplane flight this past summer, the guy in front of me reclined his seat until he was practically resting his head on my chest. I politely asked him if he would please put his seat up. He just looked at me and said no. I then turned my air vent on full blast and aimed it right at his face. Thank you for the subscription, Evil Spike Dragon. I turned my air vent on full blast, aimed it right at his face. When he reached up to adjust it, I pushed his hand away and said, "Excuse me, that's my air vent. I like it that way." He ended up leaning forward the entire flight, but left his seat back reclined practically to my chest. We were both uncomfortable the entire flight, but neither of us would give in. As my wife put it, so this is what happens when an inconsiderate asshole meets a passive-aggressive dick. Wow. Both of you aren't men. Should have called a flight attendant over and been like, "Look, nigga, what the fuck is this? I'm tired of this bullshit," alright? I love you all. Here's hoping none of you get eyelashes in your eye because it's really fucking awful. I love you to death. Catch you guys soon. I don't know why Evil Spike Dragon just said glass, but that's what he did. He just said glass. Wow. Let's see what's going on Reddit. Make sure nobody's dead. Make sure there isn't a new Kevin Spacey or Weinstein, or you know what I'm talking about. Whoa! Looks like whole wheat bread has become a sponsor, to which I can... Damn, that was quick.
That was fast.
Usually it takes a while when somebody becomes a sponsor to slap it on the toast, but look at the gold coin. Damn, that's a heavy coin. Shot all that bullshit out that chalice. Is that what I can call that? A chalice? No? How about a goblet? Goblet? No. Whatever. Here's what's going on the front page of Reddit. Somebody posted to Black People Twitter. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. U.S. government, better gun control. Government, this is a mental health issue. U.S. better mental health care. Government, nothing. U.S. question marks. 2 mass shootings later. Government, hey, sorry, I was in the shower. Come on now. Come on now. Our buddy masturbates a lot, so we got him a commercial paper towel dispenser for his birthday. Sorry.
Dispenser for his birthday?
You shut the hell up. A commercial paper towel dispenser. Our buddy masturbates a lot? Jesus Christ.
What a weird situation.
Art, y'all. Art. Bing bong. Trust no one. I didn't know you could fight. What the fuck? I didn't know you could fight the mysterious stranger.
Evidently you can.
This is just stupid. Alright, guys. You have a fantastic night. Hey, Lexeus timed out Evil Spike Dragon. Yeah, because he's on that bullshit as usual. Mm-hmm. Looks like my sponsor coin. Oh boy. Love you to death. See you guys later. You know what to do. Take it easy. Looks like Faith's dress has a pocket. Good night, everybody. Dog brings package from delivery man. Oh, look how gay. Do you ever put any dumbass I don't even know what I'm talking about. See you guys later. Love you.